So I've been thinking about trying and how important trying and seeing a result is, because if you try too hard and you don't see a result, it actually becomes so soul destroying, incredibly soul destroying. And I think this is the problem with AI, because, and not, I suppose not specifically AI, but maybe algorithms. I've just taken all my stuff off YouTube because I just had a bit of a meltdown really this morning, because no matter how hard you try on something like social media, or, well, YouTube is a social media, but no matter how hard you try, the results are so unpredictable that it bears no relevance to the trying. Do you see what I mean? Things have to be predictable. I was watching, the football team. Sorry about the noise outside. I think it's a plane. The women's football team. And when you're an athlete, you try very, very hard and you see results. And when you're a musician, such as myself, when you try really hard, you see a result and you learn how to try well. Because that's really important, isn't it? You learn how to try well, because you can play something over and over and over again, but if you're not playing it, if you're not trying in the right way, you're not going to get anywhere. You might learn the notes off by heart, but you might still be, your bow technique might be crap, or, that particular bar, you just haven't worked on a beautiful vibrato or something. So you have, but the thing with music and being a musician is you learn how to try well. Even if it takes you 20 years, or 30 40 years. I mean, being a musician takes a lifetime anyway, we know that. But you learn what to try at and how to try at it, and therefore how to get your results. And you always get results as a musician, always, if you try hard. It's almost impossible not to. Even if you do that thing where all you did was practice it over and over again, you might reach a plateau, but you've tried really hard and you've got a result. But when you're working with something like YouTube, which I've been doing for the last, I can't remember, if you go back on the podcasts, you'll find out. But I did this sort of thing. I thought, I'm gonna make these shorts every day, and some of them they paid off when I first did them. So for the first week, all of my views on all of my channels rocketed, right? 300%, which 300% of 2 is still pretty mediocre, but that's kind of how it went. But then, and I was making them every day, and then suddenly nothing, and sometimes a decrease. So you're still making them every day. Well, this is why this algorithm, this magical algorithm, which is AI, I mean, they're the same, aren't they, really, was, trying to figure out who to feed your content to. So I understand why that was happening. But then things became less predictable. And if on my kids' channel, for example, I've done nothing for 2 weeks and the views have rocketed again. So that's all good and well, I thought this morning. But I said to my AI assistant, Chat GPT, how long is it going to take me to, be monetized on YouTube? That was my target. And I'd done some research and found out that actually being monetized on YouTube, you're still going to make a pittance. So I kind of thought, that's biloxy, isn't it? That's pretty biloxy. So I was already starting to think, has this been worth it? Because my kids' channel, I've been trying to get, upgrade for a very long time. I've got 8,000 followers. And in the last, about 10,000 views a day. But I thought, this 10,000, I mean, most of it was for one video, this one video that went viral. Well, I've just taken them all off. Because I thought, well, no, because I've spent, the best part, I think it's a year just over a year I've been doing the kids channel. And I asked my AI, how long is it going to take me to get monetized? And it said 8 years. And then it said on my other channel, oh no, if that was if I carried on making viral videos to the extent of this one viral video, it would take 8 years. If I didn't, I was looking at 30 years. Right, in 30 years, I do not want to be working. If I'm still working to this degree in 30 years, I'm going to be really hacked off with the work, the I don't know, the universe or something. So I'm going to be really hacked off about that. I mean, I need to be in a position where I'm not hacked off with my universe, don't I? You need to be in a position where you think, I haven't wasted my time. Nothing's been wasted. It's all been really beautifully energized and rewarding, and it's given me so much. The same sort of feeling that I get when I'm playing my music afterwards. I think that was so lovely. It was so enriching, and I was at one with the universe and at peace with the world, and all these wonderful, these other things that the drug of music gives me. At 63, I should be feeling that about my life now. I've had really bad episodes in my life where, my trajectory was appallingly planned, appallingly navigated. Not only appallingly planned, but appallingly navigated. I mean, those two things in combination, you are fucked, mate. You're not getting out of these spirals. Takes, a lot more than luck. Bit of luck, but a lot of discipline, willpower, strategizing. You've got to strategize your life, I think. I really feel like that today. So I'm stepping back and looking at the big picture and thinking, right, I'm a workaholic. I know I'm a workaholic. I really take things, and like a chihuahua with a rodent, I imagine. I don't know why I came up with that analogy. But, I won't let go, is what I'm saying. And I'm not afraid to work at what I really like working at. So basically anything that I've created, I will work at. But I realise now that over the last sort of, this is my 5th year of my business model, and I was hoping to see definite profit by now, and I haven't. Of course, we had COVID, and now we've got AI. So these two big things have meant that I've had to kind of, reevaluate everything and consider my options. I mean, I'm still going to carry on doing what I do, because I don't know anything else. I don't know what do you do if you don't paint or create art. I think there's a lawnmower out there. When you hear it in the distance, that's annoying, isn't it? I've got the windows open, it's very hot. I don't know anything else except music, painting, and writing stuff. I don't know anything else. I'm not going to start a new skill now. That's a given, and I don't want to start a new skill. But you have to sort of think to yourself after a bit. You have to think, right, okay, maybe I'm not going to make any money doing those things. Maybe not. Is there something else I want to do, though? No, there isn't anything else I want to do, actually. I'm not interested in anything else. Nothing else would get me up in the morning. Only, I from the side of my bed, I see my cello, my viola, and my music stand. The double bass is in the music room. It doesn't fit in here. The piano, the big stuff's in the other room. But all of those, you always miss the boat, don't you? I remember when I was much younger and I was teaching piano, and I had 17 students who used to trundle round to learn piano. Well, now that doesn't happen anymore, because there is YouTube. And YouTube has been a very, very good teacher. I've learned so many things off YouTube. But I go from tutor to tutor. So what YouTube gives you is the saturation of possibilities and allows you to pick and choose. So as a creator, you might only see a student for, 2 minutes in a lifetime, and then they've gone to the next. See what I mean? So for the career of teaching and tutorship, I think it's over in the generation of AI. There's very little that you need a human in the flesh sitting next to you for. Very little. You know, watching them on YouTube is almost as good, I would say, almost as good. I'm just about to do another double bass course, actually. And they're very good. You know, paying for a course is advisable. But you need to do more than one. And that's the wonderful thing about YouTube. But the horrible thing about it as a creator is that it doesn't give you the pedestal that you need to be, you know, to allow people to focus on you, to allow people to concentrate for more than 2 minutes on your body of work and your huge amount of output, to come to your studio, to look around and to, you know, feel the power of your creativity. You don't get that. You don't get any of that. And certainly to be an advanced musician, I would say that, you know, having a masterclass with a very talented musician would be enviable, absolutely enviable. So yeah, there we go. I thought about trying, and I thought, well, I've tried so hard, and the grass cutter's getting nearer. I can hear it's getting nearer. It's probably a bush cutter, actually. I've tried so hard, and it hasn't paid off. The results are not there. They're just not there. But of course, the thing with being a content creator and a teacher using video as a tool for teaching is that I've got all of those recordings. So they haven't been truly wasted. They're just not getting seen. So I now have my fan clubs for Immersion, £3 a month on Gumroad. Go to the site, Telltale Club, you'll find it. I also have a fan club for the kids, Telltale Kids. And I have a back catalogue for Brighton Arts Club, which is £20 a month, because there's so much material. There is 14 years of material, and a lot of it. Thousands upon thousands of videos. I wouldn't expect anyone to sign up for more than the 1 month. Have a look round, see if there's anything that they'd like to use. Approach me, ask me for a license to use something, or borrow something, or come to an arrangement with me. And then you don't need to go in there again. It's not, there's going to be no fresh content in that. It's just an archive. And the music school, I'm just about to make sure that's all tickety-boo as well. So nothing's been wasted. And I think that's important as an artist, because at least as an artist you have your back catalogue. Hopefully. I mean, lots of things have been lost. And I've really come out as a digital artist now. And to make sure things aren't lost, I'm sort of streaming them in different places. So yeah, Bandcamp, really nice. I can put my videos up there, my music videos. I will be making music videos because I really like doing that. And putting all my songs up there, which is fantastic. All the Telltale Club stuff. So yeah, Bandcamp's really nice. It makes me feel nice. The landing page is cute. Do you know what I mean? It's not like having a WordPress. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, that was all updates, telling you what's going on, and that I'm getting back to some semblance of order after the chaos of the last few months.